What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Funday Monday. Appreciate y'all coming in. It's hot outside, guys. Fun fact. It's hot out. So let's do our big check mark. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? Let me know how my audio is doing, if you would be so kind. How my video doing? It's set at 1080p. I'm hoping it is. Who's in here today? BB saying, let's go. Let's go. And Crepe, who is a channel member. Thank you, Crepe, for being in here. And Steve, let's go. Steve, who is the reigning king of the emojis. Let's see, we got Rob's in here. Rob's counting it down. 5 minutes, let's roll. So I actually hit live, and it didn't go live because I had my YouTube or my Patreon screen up. I'm like, why isn't it going live? So Josh is here. What's up, Josh? Good to see you, Josh. Let's roll and rock. I like that. Roll and now I just want like a dinner roll. Ooh, Hawaiian roll. Has anybody here other than me tried the new Hawaiian rolls that they have for hot dog and hamburger buns? I will have nothing else on my hamburger buns now. Hawaiian roll are the way to go. The countdown has begun to start hanging Halloween and Christmas lights. Yes, it does. He is Charlie. That's right. Kind of like for those Walking Dead, I am Negan. I am Charlie. Yeah, I don't know. We just recently started watching The Walking Dead. We have I think 9 episodes left to go in the last season. Can hear and see. I appreciate you, Kirk. Thanks for your email this morning. I sent that off to Cindy, my Nova Stella contact, immediately thereafter. So now your and Scott's prizes that you both won on Friday should be forthcoming. And I also sent you a little something extra. So you both will be getting double. You thought you won singles. You're both getting doubles of something. What are you getting? I don't know. You'll find out when it gets there because I like surprises. Now I'm going to force you to like them too. So there you go. But yeah, you guys are both going to be getting extra stuff rather than just the singles that you thought you won. Nope. Doubles. So appreciate you, Steve. What's up, Janice? What's up, Janice, to you? Chad's here, looking good. Hey, Charlie, glad to be back. Love the live shows. Yes, so do I. I love the camaraderie. But that's what I just like most about these lives is the camaraderie, the talking and the chit-chatting. Hi there, newbie in the house on Hollybrook, quasi-newbie. Check out the Hollybrook YouTube channel. I am a subscriber of their channel as well. And Pepsi's here. Morning, having his morning coffee. I'm having my afternoon slushy. It's 110 degrees outside. Yeah, so yesterday I'm in Kansas, for those that don't know. In Kansas City, somehow, some way, Kansas City, Kansas had the hottest temperature in the nation yesterday at 115. So my Google Watch tells me it is currently 103. Oh, that's nice and cold. Let's check out the heat index, 109. So I was a degree off. So it's 109 degrees outside right now. And the coolest day in the next 7-day forecast is 103. I'm not hanging lights right now. Yeah. Of course, it's a little early to hang lights anyway. But yeah, not doing that. What's up, Alan? How you doing? Oh, Lights and Lights is here. What's up, Reese? Reese is in the house. Clear Christmas. So thanks. Looking forward to the mail, as you should be. So for those folks, because it's easy for me to say, that were not here last Friday, we had a Patreon-only giveaway, which is now going to become a permanent thing at the end of every month. That giveaway will be just for our Patreon members. So I invite you to join us on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Christmas on Crestline and join and get early access to stuff. Like I don't have a box down here with me, but I just did an Amazon video for Nova Stella for their brand new to market color washing string lights. Yeah, these things are amazing. But when I get that discount code, which I think I got it today in today's email, actually, that goes straight to Patreon. Boom. What's up, Robert? Strickland's acre and a quarter of Christmas Discord is here and excited to see and hear you. What's up, Roberto? Scott Drees, well, sweet Scott. So I forget who. Look at Braden tuning in from school. What's up, Braden? I did not know. I legit thought I had. I'm like, School started back up. Is Braden going to be here today? I know we have several dedicated fans that are still in high school, but those are the folks to watch out for, guys. Those are the folks to watch out for because if they're learning tech right now in high school, what are they going to be doing in 20 years? That's going to be awesome. What's up, Mama Gwen? What's up to you? Part of our yarn tubing family. The feel like temp in Southeast Missouri is 117. You know what, Chad? I'm gonna have a sip of slushy. Your current account. If I could talk, this is a hurricane killer, which I made for other show in honor of the hurricane that's hitting California right now. Made a drink called the Hurricane Killer. All it is half hurricane and half feeling no pain. And I just combine the words because I'm smart like that. What's up, Rebecca? Just 2 weeks until I put up my fall decor. That is awesome. You know what? My favorite month of the year every year is September, with a close second being October. Look at Braden Braden is multitasking. He's in English class right now, folks. That's awesome. My biggest problem in high school, because actually, fun fact, Braden and I go to the same school, or he goes to my former high school. Actually, my former high school is now a middle school. Same school system, I'll say. Small town here in Kansas, not in Wichita. Busy crocheting sweater for 11 grandkids. Here's my question for you, Gwen. How are 11 grandkids going to get into one sweater? I mean, how is that even physically possible? But no, fun jokes. So I digress. What was I talking about? Oh, it's hot outside. Yeah, it's hot outside. So today's giveaway. Let's get to the rules here real quick. So today's giveaway, I'm going to show you the product here in a second. And it's not something I usually give away. It's completely different. Never been on the show before. I just think it's so neat that the company because a lot of you folks know companies will hire me to produce their product pages on Amazon. So I just filmed one for a national campaign. Fun fact, I don't know if any of you guys play, I'm going to digress a bunch here, play Candy Crush because I'm old and I just now discovered Candy Crush. I was playing Candy Crush the other day and I had to stop playing it and wait till I got home because I was buying new tires. So I'm like, not going to do any more crushing of the candy today. Got to get home and show Gene what is on my Candy Crush. Candy Crush, one of the companies I did an ad for, I did a video for, is launched that into a national campaign. So I was playing their Candy Crush, and one of the commercials on Candy Crush was my house. I'm like, this is awesome. That's so cool. And it's the Nova Stella's new permanent outdoor lights. I'm like, this is so cool. I'm sitting there playing it, and I get commercials for stuff all the time. And I've ordered a few things on there that didn't show up. So I always think everything on there is a scam. And then my house is on Candy Crush. I'm like, this is so cool. And I showed Gene, I'm like, Gene, look what happened. That game I play all the time. Look what's on there. It's our house. She goes, yeah. And like, yeah, your sensitivity to it is gone. I still get a kick out of it. So what's up, Shelly? What's up, Shelly? Oh yeah, I crush daily. I appreciate that about you. So when you see some what looks like Edison bulbs, the old-fashioned bulbs, and they're multicolored going off in somebody's backyard, that's my backyard. That's my backyard. And they are legit awesome lights. They do. Have I done a video on that? I'm going to check real quick, see if I actually have done a video on those lights. I kind of think I have already. Yeah, I did one a month ago called Enhance Your Backyard Barbecue. So for most of you folks know that I'm constantly, I smoke every weekend. So I say that and I didn't smoke this weekend. I did too. We smoked jalapenos, stuffed jalapenos, smoked those. I'm always smoking something. But I need lights above my smoker because it's dark outside. And when I'm doing a pork butt or pork shoulder, those are 18 to 20 hour cooks. I need lights up. So I got those. They're awesome. But for today's giveaway, I'm going to show you this product real quick. And then all it is to be entered is a $2 super chat. And that's just going to help me cover shipping and handling. But $2 super chat, I just think this thing's so neat. I'm going to show you. It's an RGB clock. And it does a bunch of new cool stuff. Let me stop a flash in here. I just think it's neat. And I can watch it along with you because I'm going to look down on my computer. Why don't you just set the time there? So it can do, but you can do different colors with it. You can make it slowly fade. I think it's cool. It just does a bunch of rainbow effects. You can do solid colors too. I like the fact that it's, first of all, I do appreciate a black clock. Because if I'm going to have it like by my bedside, I don't want it to I don't know. I just don't like noticing. I just want to see the RGB stuff. But you can do solid colors on it. I just think, and actually looking down at the computer, the colors are not like this is a vivid popping blue. And on my computer, I'm seeing looks like a light blue. That is a green. And on the computer, oh, it's color changing. Oh, I like this stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna do the alarm for you real quick because it has an adjustable alarm, and I do not have an adjustable alarm on my alarm clock, and it sucks. So I bought a second one to give away and one to use by my myself, so I could turn the alarm on here. So you can, my God, that's loud. You can crank it up real, or you can go down really, really soft. So you can go softer than that. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's neat. So I think it's neat. And you can do 24 hours. You can do multicolored. It has a night light on the back. So the middle of the night when you're fussing around with stuff, you're like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. There's a light back here for you to see everything. And you can charge your phone with it. How awesome is that? So middle of the night, you can have your phone right next to you and you can charge it. And you can power a few other things. So it has USB and USB-C cord. I don't know. I think it's neat. So I'm going to be giving one of those away today for $2 super chat. Get you entered. And then I will, let me unplug this. I will pull up a random wheel. And kind of like what we did 2 giveaways ago when we did the $5 super chat for the $400 package. I believe Chad won that one. Then yeah. So Chad did that one. That was a $5. This is just a $2. It just helps me cover shipping and costs. So if that's something you're interested in, or if you just like wooden stuff, $2 super chat. There is nothing better than barbecue. No kidding. So my mother, spoiler alert if you're watching, Mom. Actually, I'm not going to spoil it for you because you probably are watching. Because I just called. She just called. What are you doing? Getting ready to go live, Mom. It's okay. I'll let you go. Oh, maybe somebody here can ask this question. She's getting ready to go on a trip with my grandmother, who is still around, awesomely, and they're going on a road trip. She goes, "It's hot outside." I know, Mom. My oil change is overdue. Okay, Mom. I'm not going to change it for you. I'm getting ready to do it live. Okay, so does the higher temperatures, is that going to screw with my oil because it's overdue? I have no idea, Mom. I got to go live. It's okay. That's all I need. I'm like, all right. But gee, Tom's in there with a $2 super chat. So right now, Tom, if nobody else gets in, you're the big winner. So good job, Tom. And am I smart enough to have a pen down here? I'm not. Look at me. Yes, I am. I have a pen, and I'm going to use my wife's notebook because I wasn't smart enough to have mine. So we'll do Tom on here. Tom, you're in there. Boom. Tom's in there. Cool clock. Very neat. Yes. Can you use it as an alarm? My 30-year-old alarm clock is, yes, this is an alarm clock. And it has on here, if you guys can see that, maybe not, it says snooze night light was on there. But yeah, it's an alarm clock. You can do military time or 12-hour time, alarm on and off. You can do just the alarm. So the snooze button is actually in the center. And you have a USB here and a USB-C here for charging. So yeah, it's pretty neat. You got the, you can also dim it. I didn't plug it in. Let me plug it back in, which I think is neat. So if that's too bright for you, let me set it. It bugs me that these colors are not popping on the screen as much as they should, but you can also dim it. So maybe you're a third shift worker and you have to black everything out at night. You don't want a bright alarm clock. You can tune it out, tune it up. So it's kind of neat. So yeah, it's an alarm clock. It's just a really neat alarm clock. That's pretty cool. I wish my grandparents were still alive. At least I still have parents, knock on wood. Knock on wood. Yep. I got my grandma. Shout out Marilyn Johnson. My grandma's still around. Oh, House on Hollybrook's on there. $2. $2 super chat. House on Hollybrook. House on Holly's on there. And then Janice is on there. Janice. I have a cousin named Janice I talk to all the time. Janice is just a solid name, so I appreciate your name, Janice. Do we need a message, code word, or super chat? Nope. Don't need nothing. I'm going to pitch you into a spinning wheel. Your name's into a spinning wheel, like we did the last Friday, and I'll just go to that. So I tried to do the super chat. I guess you can do a $2 sticker too. So in this case, sticker or super chat. But yeah, try to do the hashtag. What was it? Hashtag Patreon or something. And it didn't go through. So YouTube, for whatever reason, or StreamYard, for whatever reason, I can do a giveaway with it. Anyway, point is, the answer is no, you don't have to do a hashtag or anything. Boom, no code word. So yeah, there's 3 of you in there. So Tom, is on there. The house is on there. And Janice. So House on Hollybrook, remind me, what do we call you? What is your name? Kirk's in there for $2. Kirk's in there for $2. Boom. So yeah, so it is very, very freaking hot outside right now. I am doing absolutely nothing. I'm gonna, as soon as we get done here, start my editing. So Braden, who is a Patreon and he is a member of the Christmas Legend tier, he gets to pick out a song, and he picked Pentatonics Up on the Housetop. So I'm gonna start programming that first. I have a few new props this year. Nothing huge for this year. Oh, Chad's in there. Boom, Chad. A few new props this year, nothing special, but I added some. What's up, Carl? Okay, so Carl, House Hollybrook, Carl, gotcha. And I did not turn the volume off on my phone. I apologize about that. My wife is yelling at me. What's my wife yelling at me? I need to know the context. When your wife yells at you, you got to stop what you're doing and know the context. Oh, that's what she's yelling at me about. Nothing that I did, not my fault. Something completely different. Which is always a good time to get yelled at. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Anyway, that's what my wife's good for. She goes, "Hey, stop what you're doing. Focus on me. Focus. Now let's talk about what I want to talk about." I'm like, okay, wife. So yeah, it's freaking hot out. Oh, editing. Yes. So I will be editing Braden's song first, and then next is Laura, who goes by Old Swifty. That's her YouTube handle, and she chose Taylor Swift Christmas Tree Farm. So both those are Patreons, and they got to the level that you get to pick a song. Did you look into buying a snow machine yet? Does that cover international? It does not. No international. I appreciate that, Pepsi. That is a great question because Pepsi is in New Zealand. That's a great question. So no, just the US only. To the back. I'll do US or Canada. Do US or Canada. I've shipped stuff up. I've shipped stuff up to Mark and Yvette up in Canada several times. So yeah. Snow machine, yeah. So snow machine. I have. And I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence of a few things. Do I want a snow machine, which Jean does not want? I want it. She doesn't want it. The cool DMX spotlights. Ooh, that'd be cool. And I was at Bratfest 2023 Saturday. I was out there for 6 hours. It was 111 degrees. And I had so much food out there. I had my favorite was the habanero brats. We're pepper heads here. We like a lot of pepper here. Me and my wife. Habanero brats are awesome. But anyway, I was out there, and this guy had this cool drone out there. I'm like, hey, how much is that drone? $2,000. I don't want it. But that's one thing I don't have. And if anybody on here, Carl and a few others have Christmas light shows. Steve has a Christmas light show. A lot of us have Christmas light shows. Very few of us actually have the drones that film it. And to adequately film your house for a YouTube show, you need a drone. Most of us do what I do, and that is do one angle, play the song, and done. And I do that for several different reasons. One, I have a pet peeve, and I don't like seeing cars drive by my show. If I record my show and there's a car, I'll normally scrap it. So if you ever watch one of my Christmas light shows and you see a car, it's because that was the 19th time I've tried to record that song. I'm sick of the song, and I just want to be done with it. But normally I try to get where there's no cars in it. Steve Richburg's in there. Steve Rich is in there. Steve Rich. Nice. I think your wife has to win on this one. Yep. I agree with you. You don't know how to make it an even two? No problem. I think super chats and super stickers are weird like that. And I don't know the difference. I don't know. I'm having a professional coming out this year to film. Very nice. That's one thing the guy says, that you can always hire me. I'm like, well, if I do the show another 20 years and I hire you for $200 a pop, I could just use that money and get my own drone. I thought you had to have I thought you had contacts that could stop traffic. I do have contacts that can stop traffic, but the problem with that is you can't get to my house in order to stop the traffic because traffic is backed up too far. In fact, we had a gal over here today at the house visiting, and she is the next door neighbor of my favorite Christmas light show, which is about a mile down the road. And I said it was kind of awkward. I said the address. I'm like, oh, it's this address. She goes, that's my address. I'm like, what do you mean that's your address? That's a Christmas light address. She goes, no, that's my next door neighbor. The address you said was my address. I'm like, awkward. So I guess I had the address wrong, and I completely randomly guessed a stranger's address. That wasn't weird at all, but it was funny. It's what you get for living next to a Christmas light show. It looks great on my phone when I film. Then when I transfer it to file, it looks fuzzy. So the problem I have what you're watching me on right now is a Sony A7 III. When I bought it many moons ago, it was $3,000. You can get it now for like $1,500 brand new because the newer models since come out. And I got it because I watched a ton of other YouTube channels that I said, hey, what's the most popular camera to film YouTube on? And this is actually just a take and picture camera that does video. I'm like, well, if all these other guys have it, guys and gals have it, and I plan on having this for another 10 years or however long I do the show. I'm like, I might as well buy a quality thing. I have no idea how to actually work a camera other than the layman's way. I'm sure there's some setting on my camera that I can make colors pop. Like my color washing video, which I don't know, has like 50,000 views now. That's just how my average looking camera captures my house. If I could make it to where it actually captures the colors correctly, oh my God, that'd be like a viral video because the colors are just amazing in person. But yeah, I have to say every now and then, Tom, I'll do, I call you Tom, that's your Patreon name, Giatano. I will do a video on my phone just because it does capture colors correctly. So yeah. Steve, I have realized your phone is not the best to film your display. Not always. I will use my camera. I'll use my phone more than my camera when I'm doing verticals. If I'm doing like the YouTube, what do YouTube calls them? Shorts. If I do a YouTube short, I'll do that. Or Amazon calls them Inspire. For folks that don't know, Amazon does that now. They do. They're called Inspire. And fun fact, Walmart will be kicking theirs off officially, I think, this is September. I didn't know this was August. So next month, Walmart should be kicking off theirs, and they'll have a vertical thing on there too. Fun fact. So yeah, if you want in on there, we have 1, 2, 3. We have 6 people entered in today's giveaway, $2 super chat, and then I will just do that. So the question I have for you folks, for the folks that do light shows, one way I like what I like. For you, if it was for YouTube, I would customize the most popular songs of the day to get views. I just don't care about getting views. I like talking to you folks. I don't care if there's 100 of us in here or 4. But my question, though, is for the younger viewers that watch my Christmas light show, are there any new Christmas songs that you guys are aware of that came out last year that this is an awesome song? Everybody needs to do this song. What is that one song? For me, I don't know how old the song is, but there is a African choir that did Drummer Boy that had bongos and so many other neat percussion instruments in it. I'm like, I'm absolutely going to take out. Who do we have doing Drummer Boy? I know it's the Justin Bieber Busta Rhymes version. Actually, I do like that version. Maybe I'll leave that version in, but I want to do this African choir that just nailed it. I'm like, oh my God, that thing is awesome. So is there any new songs that you guys are going to do this year that's kind of neat, kind of different, kind of unusual? What song is that? What's up, Dylan? Are you talking about? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It's them, and they have at least I believe it is. It's them, and then I don't think it's the choir director, but there's an adult guy who does a lot of the vocals. But yeah, Dylan is from Africa answering a question about African choir. So that's very cool. I'm pretty sure that is, but just the Drummer Boy. And I'm guessing they have more. That's just the one that I saw. Scott, what's up, Scott? Scott says, have you seen how they are using AI to recreate older, passed away singers doing Christmas songs like Hank Williams Sr., singing Here Comes Santa Claus? I have not seen that. I have not. What's up, Scott and Shelly? Scott and Shelly getting in the mix for the lights. Scott and Shelly. What's up, guys? Good to see you. They hail from Maine. And I did not know naively. I'm sure Scott and Shelley knew this instantly. Of course you would. Why wouldn't you? You live next to it. I did not know Nova Scotia was so close to Maine. I was thinking that was an island closer up to Greenland. But yeah, it's like driving distance if it was a straight shot. But yeah, it's kind of neat. Love that version. Cool. See, Dylan knows what I'm talking about. Giatano says also found that Samsung Galaxy phones does a better job than Apple. What do you use? I use Samsung. Always have. The kids make fun of me because I have Samsung and they have iPhones. What's up, Thunderbird? Green tea. Thunderbird's in there. Thunderbird in there for a entry. Is the giveaway limited to one entry, or you can buy more than one. You can buy more than one. I forget who. Several other people did that when we did we had the $400 giveaway that Chad won. Yep, you can buy as many as you want. Buy as many as you want. They have some amazing others. Definitely must search up on YouTube if you haven't already. I have not. I just saw that one. I'm like, I'm sold. That's the main song I'm doing. So folks who watched any of the shows, I don't know if I actually put too many up last year of our new display. The biggest thing I did last year is I added. They're not pixel snowflakes, but they are Coro snowflakes. I just kind of threw them up, and I used, what did we have up there instead? We used to have verticals. I moved all the verticals next to one another, but we had at one time a mega tree, and I believe I took the old mega tree programming. I just attached it to the snowflakes without actually programming the snowflakes to look good. So it was the last minute, and I do that each and every year. For me, it's fun to wait to the last minute. I know that sounds insane, but I'm the most creative. Well, they always kind of get to the ballpoint pen. The ballpoint pen was created because of the Civil War, and I forget the guy that invented it, but he coined the phrase. Was it? Now I don't remember the phrase. Was it necessity loves? How's that saying go? Necessity loves demand, or I don't know, something about you do your best work when something needs to be done. Which makes no sense in context. What's up, Charlie? I'm late. Do we have an entry word for the giveaway? What's up, Ryan? So no, Ryan, today it's a $2 super chat, and we're gonna I'll plug it in for you again since you're late. We're doing this, what I think is a cool RGB alarm clock. Is it gonna come on? Do I have to turn it on? Why isn't it coming on? Do I plug it in? Oh, yes, it has to be actually plugged in. Oh, so I think it's a neat clock. So kind of went through it. It'll do solid colors, but it fades. It comes in and out. And I'm telling you, whoever does win this, the colors are bright and vivid. When I'm looking at it on the screen, they kind of seem pastel. Maybe they're bright and vivid to you, and I'm just not seeing it correctly. But these things are deep, rich colors. I just like that they fade. And the alarm is absurdly loud, or it can be minute. So yeah, you can do solid colors. Anyway, I think it's neat. But you have the backlight here. It's 24 hours or 12 hours. You can charge your phone overnight. So it's got some neat features to it. But just a $2 super chat or super sticker, and just to help me cover shipping and handling. And then we'll do that. We're going to do this each and every Monday. And then the last Monday of the month will just be for Patreons. So everybody's a Patreon will automatically get entered in that, like we did Friday. Kind of neat stuff. It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams. Is a great song. You're not wrong. I love that song. One of my favorite things about when I'm hanging lights, and I know most of you folks have teams out there with you, all your family members, your neighbors are out there helping you. I'm weird, and it's just cathartic to be out there to hanging lights by myself. I don't push this on my kids because I don't want them growing up hating it. Yeah. If they say, "Hey, Dad, can I help?" Absolutely. I got 19 things for you to do. Where do you want to start? Jean will help me on plug-in day, and she'll help me build the Santa Claus house, but I don't compel it on anybody. But I love just listening to music the entire time. Christmas music in September, August, well, not August, September, October, November, just Christmas music the entire time I was out there hanging stuff. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I'm from Kansas. Yeah. So I will sometimes I'm like, I got to get this done. I can't stop and watch football. So I'll listen to football. I'm hanging on lights. I just like being out there doing it. Necessity is the mother of invention. Look at you, Alan. Look at you. Necessity is the mother of invention. So that came from the creation of the ballpoint pen, as I understand the legend of it, during the Civil War. Let's see here. Pepsi says I now use to film on the Oppo Reno 8, which is the Sony sensor and camera gear. Not worth the 3,000. Okay, fair enough. I wish I knew more about what my camera can do, because I know it can do all sorts of cool stuff. Missed the early response, Drummer Boy, King and Country. I did miss that. Drummer Boy by King and Country. I'm gonna write that down because I do not like my now, what's the one I had? I was gonna say I don't like my Drummer Boy, but that's what we're talking about. I don't like my oh, it's an Eagle song. What song? It's just it's nothing but strobe effects. I don't like it. King and Country. King and Country. Boom. Got that one written down to check out. The grandkids all come out during 4th of July and help push pixels. Nice. Nice. So Gina and I are throwing around or tossing around the idea of moving to a house that has a pool. And I've told her I'm probably going to, if we move, I'm probably going to leave. I talked about this a little last week. Now that I think about it, if we move, I'm going to leave in the show here, sell it to the new owners. And I'm doing pixels or just straight up projection. That's one thing that Laura, old Swifty, that you guys know her by, Laura, she's doing projection mapping too. I think it came up with a pen is mightier than a sword. Fair enough. That actually sounds about right, actually. Does anyone make their own fog and snow juice? Stacy Parsons gave me a great idea. She buys her, I say that, where does she buy? I want to say she actually buys it from BH Photo. They're a company out of New York. And I want to say that they have the stuff there. A lot of folks use Foggies. David from Learn Christmas Lighting is a Foggies dealer. So I would probably buy stuff from him if I were going to buy that. And he actually has his own stuff. He doesn't do Patreon like what I do. He has his Learn Christmas Lighting Academy, but once a month he'll do a random pick for someone to get $200 off of his product because he only sells commercial grade stuff. So kind of neat. So yeah, but house on Holbrook. Get the grandkids to push pixels. That's awesome. During the 4th of July, too. Hey, kids, come over here. You want to shoot fireworks? That's awesome. Here's your 100 pixels first. Got to pay the piper first. Dylan, I saw some massive scale projections when in Australia for Christmas, projected from the top of a 30-story building across the street to 5 to 6-story building. It was incredible. Yeah, I am all about projection mapping. I think that will be it took 15 years for pixels to get super popular and trickle down into residential. That's happening with mapping. Disney started that 30 years ago. Disney started a lot of stuff that's just now trickling down. But yeah, Disney started the projection mapping industry many moons ago. And that is just now trickling down into residential. There are some folks who have been doing it for 10 years for their displays, and it is immaculate. It is phenomenal. But for me, when I'm 65 with needing a new hip and 75 and needing a new knee, and I'm 80 and I just don't want to do it anymore, projection mapping, I can do all my programming, which I love doing programming. I'm just weird like that. A lot of folks don't. I do. I love editing. But to do same amount of time editing that as it does for Lightorama or what I use, which is Prism or whatever your software program. But just for installation, boom, you put it down and you're done. You just mount it in the exact same position all the time. Good stuff. I like it. Let's see here. We get that stuff here, but $40 for 4 liters. Okay. I'm ignorant to what that costs. So I'm going to, how long have we been talking? Oh, I guess I've been calling somebody on my watch for a while. That's fun. So I'm going to open up the color wheel. I had this all set up earlier, and then I'm like, oh, I'm getting ready to go live. I need to shut everything down to save Wi-Fi. And I closed it like a moron. So color wheel, randomizer generator. There we go. Color random picker. There we go. Wheelgenerator.com. Which one did I use earlier that I'm wheel spinner? That's not it. I don't know. We'll just pick one. They all kind of do the same thing. I'm signing a couple of them, but yeah, I don't like this colors, but we'll do it anyway. Let's do red. Oh, let's get some names here. We got Tom. Don't call me Giatano, or just call me Giatano. Tom, we got House on Hollybrook. Hollybrook. We got who else we got? We got Janice is in there. Janice, Janic. Not Janice Black, just Janice. We got Kirk is in there. Kirk has a great show, great channel, Clear Christmas Cable. He is in Florida and decorates for many holidays, 4th of July, Memorial Day, a bunch of them, Christmas, of course, and palm trees, guys, palm trees. So check out his channel. Kirk, if you're still here, I think you are. Put your channel, share your channel with us in the comments, please, so folks know to go there. We got Chad is in there. We got Steve Rich. I'm just gonna put Steve Rich instead of Rich Berg. Saves me a few seconds of typing. Scott and Shelly's in there. Scott, Shelly from the Maine, and Thunderbird. The bird is in there. And then if I missed anybody, let me know. So I got Giatano, House on Hollybrook, Janice, Kirk, Chad, Steve, Scott and Shelly, and Thunderbird. Am I missing anybody? Oh, look at Scott Drees pulling it with the 5 entries. Look at you, Scott. Scott, let me add you on there 5 more times. 5 more times. No, Scott, you're already in there. So you have 6 entries, don't you? So I'm thinking of a different Scott. Scott. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scott. So Scott, I believe you have 6 entries. Chad's doing 4 more. Look at Chad. Chad's doing 4 more. Did I have you? Yeah, I had you on there. So let me add 4 more for you, Chad. Chad. And I don't know, Chad, if you're as much of a fan of it as I am, but the funniest movie I remember crying through most of the time, it was so funny to me at that moment in time in my life, was a show called was it Road Trip? I think it was Road Trip. Anyway, yes, it was Road Trip. And then who's the guy? He used to be married to Drew Barrymore, had testicular cancer. Weird comedian, but his name was Chad in the movie, and he kept going, "I am the Chad." So, buddy at work's name is Chad, so we always send that meme out anytime he's doing something like, "I am the Chad." House on Hollybrook doing 5 more entries. So I'm going to shorten you up to House, 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 and another House. Not to be undone. Tom Green. Boom, Tom Green. Yes, it is Tom Green. What's up, Roxanne? Sorry, I'm sure that's the first time you've ever heard anyone do that when they said your name. Check out the 12 days of Kiwi Christmas. Remember, it's summer here in the Kiwi land. That's true. Christmas time, sun. Yeah, that's the only problem I with me and that I have with projection mapping is right now. I'd be up till 3 a.m. because it doesn't get dark till 9. And so projection mapping, for folks that don't know, you get your projector out there and you shine it on your home. And then you put up the grid and you kind of draw or edit on your editing software your exact house. So as long as, and here's the key to projection mapping, it has to be put in the exact same spot. Can't be 1/8 of an inch off either way. So it has to be in a permanent spot. So that's the whole key to that. Tom Green, he's still weird. Yes, he's a weird guy. He's a weird guy. So I think I got everybody in there. Off Grid's in there. Steve's in there a bunch. Chad's in there a bunch. So let me share my screen. I wish I could actually share. I don't like the colors on this one, That's okay. It's going to do the job. So let me share my screen for y'all. Share screen. Boom. Let's share it. So you guys can kind of see the what kind of background do I have there? I'm changing my background. I don't like that. What is that? That is of an old. That is old, folks. What you're seeing in the background is an old thing I did for Haas for Harvest Moon giveaway many moons ago. Let's put up let's do the Patreon background. Or should we just do green? Yeah, I guess that's probably more. Let's just do that. Anyway, I digress. So you can kind of see the colors are not neat. I don't know. So who do we have in here? We got Tom or Giatano. We got House on Hollybrook, Janice, Kurt, Chad, Steve, Shelly, Thunderbird. Then Scott. Like Scott. Shot. So 6, and then Chad. Then house. So Chad is in there a total of 6 times. Scott, you're in there a total of. You need to be in there a total of 6 times. So I'll add a Scott there. And then a Chad. And I think that's everybody. I'm gonna give it a few seconds. If you don't see your name in there, but you pay the $2 super chat and I missed you and I'm a jerk, I apologize. Let me know. Let me scroll down to the bottom here. House on Hollybrook. Boom. I had House in there a bunch of times. Yep, got House in there a bunch of times. Tom Green. I do the names. Color, Pepsi color. Remember the Tom Green show where he paid his. I do remember that. And I remember the one where he filled his parents' house up with live animals. Yeah, that'd be fun. And if memory serves, I watched an interview, I want to say on Letterman, he did after he filled his parents' house up with live animals. And it said it cost him like 30 grand or something to have it cleaned. It cost him a lot. So yeah, Tom Green, weird guy, funny guy in movies. Yeah, just he was if Jackass were speaking of Jackass, I got something for you guys. But if Jackass were like a monologue, so that reminded me, I prepped stuff today I completely forgot about. So we're gonna do the giveaway here in a second. I'll give it just a few seconds for everybody to kind of look over the wheel and say, hey, you missed me. I don't think I did, but I think I did pretty good at keeping track. So anyway, just kind of look at the board and tell me if I missed you. But several lives ago, we were talking, you and I, about a show with Melissa McCarthy called God's Favorite Idiot. And you're watching right now me on my channel called Christmas on Crestline. So for those that are not a Patreon and you're not a channel member, maybe you don't know, but my discount code for a lot of things I do is always COC, Christmas on Crestline. So someone brought this to my attention several lives ago, sometime during the Christmas in July extravaganza. And I said, I'm going to seek this clip out and I'm going to show it. So here in a second, we're going to have a laugh at my expense, quasi. I did not know that. I did not know. See, I don't do a ton on TikTok. I'm so busy. I just don't have time for much of that, but that's good to know, Scott and Shelley. That is another one that was funny is Bam. I know Bam lit fireworks off his that special. If memory serves, it was pitch black. They had a camera in there already, and he sneaks in and lies on the floor or something. But yeah, I watched that one too. So we're gonna do the giveaway right now. I'm gonna spin this, and then I'm gonna show you guys something funny from Melissa McCarthy that has to do with our channel. So yeah, everybody's on there. I would randomize that if I could, but I don't see a way to randomize it. Nope. So we're just gonna. So the winner's right here. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's spin. Let's find out the one winner who's going to win. And it's going to be Scott Drees. That's so funny. My goodness. Oh, wow. I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry, Scott. What don't you win, Scott? I mean, seriously. Now, to be fair, I had Scott and Shelly in there as their own, right? I did. Okay. That's Scott and Sean. Okay, so that's Scott Dries. So was it Chad? I think it was you last week or last Friday. It was last Monday or whenever. Said we just need to all change our name to Scott. Scott, what don't you win? Man, that's so funny. That's awesome. God, that's so funny. Man cannot lose. I'm so happy these are live and random. So you guys know this is not like favoritism or man, my face is hurting. Wow. Wow. Man, that's so funny. I'm crying. That's funny. Oh wow. Scott, what's your secret? Share with the group. Share with the group. That's so funny. So Scott, I have all your information. You don't need to email me anything. I will get this in the mail to you tomorrow. Boom. And Scott, do us all a favor if you be so kind and take a picture of your prizes. You have a lot of them. Take a picture of you with posing or something funny so the rest of us can get a laugh. So right now, I'm going to give you all a laugh. So let me pull this video up and we're all going to have a little laugh from I even did a whole video on the clock. I didn't even play that. Oh, well. So to give you some context of the clip I'm getting ready to show you, it's about a minute and a half, and I think it's funny. So Melissa McCarthy and her real life husband are their co-stars in a show, I think it's on NBC, called God's Favorite Idiot. And in this show, Melissa McCarthy's coworker, who happens to be her real life husband, is chosen by God to be his new age prophet. And he has his coworkers are kind of being his followers. They're kind of getting a group together. And then the one guy that does the most of this talking, he shed a tear over Clark, who's the main character, and the real life husband of Melissa McCarthy, over Clark's dad, who's in a coma. And Clark's dad miraculously gets healed, and he calls himself the Baptist now. So that's kind of what he's talking about in the clip. But this clip is about COC, Christmas on Crestline. I had a little fun with it. Now, I will preface this. We're a PG family show. There are a few words in here I've edited out. I've left a couple in here. So this is, I'll say, well, in today's range, this will be PG. When I was growing up, this probably would have been PG-13. But here's a little bit of Melissa McCarthy talking about COC, Christmas on Crestline.
Come on, Wendy, you've been in there forever.
Oh, stop lurking outside the bathroom, Tom. I do not want to come out in this.
I have mine on. Does that help or hurt?
Oh, you've got to be me.
What? Wendy, Council of Clerks sweatshirts. We're official. You look amazing. Would you stop storming off and use your words, please?
Okay, fine. I will use my words. You can't make Council of Clark into an acronym and just slap it onto a sweatshirt because it clearly says
Christmas on Crestline.
It means Council of Clark. Anyway, as Tom the Baptist, I decree them sacred. So say we all.
There's a small problem with that. You didn't baptize anybody, okay?
You guys were there. My single tear fell onto Gene and it brought him to life. Therefore, Baptist.
But it takes way more than a single tear to baptize somebody, okay? I would say it takes at least a quarter cup. Oh my gosh, well, you're so in sync. Thank you for that.
Okay, who cares? The sweatshirts stay, all right? They're codified and sanctified and must be worn by every member of the group.
I'm not wearing it. It clearly says
Christmas on Crestline.
And as a proud feminist, I won't wear anything that reinforces the patriarchal upper hand. FTP for patriarchy.
Am I going crazy? Cock has a K in it. It has a K!
It's at least cock adjacent, Tom.
Yeah.
It's just letters, guys. I promise you, no one anywhere will read this as cock.
Cock. Cock. I gotta call corporate. I gotta call corporate. Cock!
I don't think it's funny. For me, the funniest part is when the manager comes down. And if you guys have never seen a single episode, the manager's so funny because he's always worried about HR or getting sued or something. So that's why he's running away, because he doesn't want to be a part of that conversation. So I thought it was funny to make a little fun of myself. Because that is my discount code, my promo code for a ton of products that I I review or get hired to review or get hired to do product page videos on. Hey, Diane? What's up, Diane? You came in just in time. So that's me. It's funny. I like Melissa McCarthy. It's one of Gene's favorite actresses, comic actresses. I watched the whole first season in one night. Yes, agreed. It's funny. Will that be a store soon? Hollybrook. My other one, my merch site for my other store actually got hacked, and I just had to erase everything. So that does need to be a store. I bet somebody already has that. I have christmasoncrestline.com, which is a horrible. I'm telling you right now, you'll never hear anybody else say this. Don't buy any of my merch. Seriously, Giatano got screwed on that. Scott Dries has been screwed on that a few times. They are just so bad. I've been screwed on it several times. They are so bad. It takes months, and it's Teespring. It's a well-known company that does it. They just do nothing in time. So I'm slowly moving my stuff over to Amazon, or somebody else said not Teespring. There's another one that Spreadshirt. Spreadshirt, I hear, is a good one that you can actually hire them for not a lot of money, and they'll have models wear your stuff and take pictures of it. So I may do Spreadshirt and Amazon both. I never thought of see that. I know you'll think again. Hey, so here's the fun fact, Kurt. So a lot of you folks know you can tell from my background, I also do whiskey reviews. Gene and I do. So one of my greatest friends, one of my best friends, is Scott and Bart from the Scotch Test Dummies. They are huge in the whiskey industry. They've had distilleries fly them to Ireland, Scotland, whatever. Anyway, they're big. And so I went on their show talking about some 5mm strobe string lights I got from Angela at Creative Displays up in Kansas City. So they had me on their show a couple of times talking about it. And then Jean, my wife, pointed out to me, she goes, "You went on the Scotch Test Dummies." I'm like, "Yeah," talking about, Christmas on Crestline. It's really the COC went on the STD. I'm like, oh my God, come on. Now I can't unhear that. So I told that to Bart, and he just, Lordy, just shakes his head. So that was a funny little moment. So yeah, good stuff. Will that be a shirt? I typed a shirt in the store. It should be. I see what you're saying there. It will now. Why? That's funny enough and in context enough. Why would it not be? That's a brilliant idea. Charlie, what is your whiskey channel called? I have a few friends that are totally into whiskey tasting. So we are called multicasking multicasking. I'll put it here in the chat for you. You know what I can do? I can just put it as a banner. Why don't I do that? I have banners here. Create a banner. Multicasking. Boom, multicasking. That is my channel that we drink whiskey on, and we have fun drinking whiskey. So, yeah, if you guys are interested, Gene and I are actually aging 10 gallons of single malt at a distillery down in Texas right now called Blackland Distillery, and they're in Fort Worth. But yeah, we love it. We enjoy it. We get asked by, how I have companies reach out to me and ask me to do videos for lights. We have distilleries that reach out to us, can ask us to sample their stuff and come do distillery tours. So we do that a lot. It's fun. We enjoy it. I have a shirt. I have to wear it on my channel. I like Spreadshirt. I hear good things. Don't forget to mention Fall Fest. Janice, I don't know what Fall Fest is. So I'm guessing you're not talking to me. You probably are talking to me. Or I don't know what Fall Fest is. So please educate us all, as I do like fall festivals. Growing up, I played drums. For those that don't know that I play drums, and I played snare in band in high school, and that was one of my favorite things. I've been in it's fun fact time. So fun fact about me: I've been in a Disneyland parade. I have been in a halftime show at the Hall of Fame Bowl, Boston College versus Tennessee, back in '93. I've been on ESPN playing drums. Where all have I played at? But anyway, my point is parades. I love going to state fairs. I love going to I just love marching in parades. I don't know, weird like that. I like that. Fall is absolutely my favorite time of the year. I like the crispness in the air. I like that it's the last harvest of the year. Pumpkins, your last tomatoes. Like, yeah, we're gonna try our hand at fried green tomatoes this year. Why? Because we have a lot of tomatoes and they're not turning red because it's too cool. And we have that conversation every year. Gene goes, nope. Trash. We throw them all away because I don't like tomatoes. Gene loves them, which is why I spend so many hours a day growing them. Did you go to band? I did not go to band camp. Thank you very much. Did not go to band camp. I did go to tons of camps growing up. Every summer I was at camp, but just normal traditional camp. None of my 4 kids have ever been to any camp ever. I'm like, that's all I did. 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks every summer. Seems like a couple summers I went to 2 different camps. So let's say 2 to 4 weeks every summer. I was at camp and I had a blast. So you're out there shooting, you're out there fishing, you're out there hiking. I always had fun. Oh, yes, thank you. Appreciate you, Scott and Shelly. Whiskey and Sunshine off-grid. Off some off-gridders. Did not go to band camp. Did not go to band, nor am I a flautist. Fun fact. Speaking of flautists, anybody other than me watching Big Brother? There's a professional flautist on Big Brother. Big Brother, I don't watch a ton of reality shows. Big Brother is my one. I used to watch with my daughter shout out to Haley when Haley was still in the house. She's a grown woman now. But we used to watch The Bachelor together. I have no older daughter who's now, and Tommy, my younger daughter, isn't interested in it, so I don't watch The Bachelor. And happily so. Although I hear good things about this Golden Bachelor, I hear that guy's funny. I don't know if he is. I just hear things. See here. It's a promotion by Gail Southern. Oh, you talk about your channel, run a giveaway to get new subscribers. Oh, very cool. That's interesting. So I'm guessing she's part. Yes, Gail Southern Living. Yes, Gail Southern Living. So check out her Fall Fest. Appreciate you bringing that up to us, Janice. I was unawares. Speaking of whiskey, as you know, I don't really drink, but I did get given a Bell single malt from 90 a month ago. Haven't opened it yet. Bells. I don't know bells. So now I just want to talk about whiskey, but I won't. Different channel. That's okay. I digress. So yeah, I had a couple things in the queue today. I cannot believe I spent all that time making a video about the alarm clock and I gave it away without watching the video of the alarm clock. And fun fact, the fact that Scott did get it. Scott's like, oh wow, thanks. I was like, Scott I didn't see your affirmation that you knew you won. But yeah, Scott's that old hat, like Scott wins just by waking up. Because what are you gonna do tomorrow, Scott? Well, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna win. After that, I really don't know. Don't really have any plans after winning. And I still think that's funny. Yes. Yeah, check out Gail Southern Living for those that are interested in that. Rob says, I asked a question, but then I got a phone call. Maybe you answered that those guys that make snowflakes, anything you want, I've been trying to contact them for the last year and never answered me. Let's talk for a second about them. Shall we? So last year, I did a video about Coro snowflakes. And I'm drawing a blank on who they're from. Otherwise, I'll mention their name because I don't care. I may just go to my close this content picker, and I have no problem calling people out when people need to be called out. I'm not really calling them out. I'm just going to share my experience with them. Let me type in let me go to my own channel, type in snowflakes. And Boscoyo. So I did a Boscoyo snowflakes 11 months ago. Got 4,400 reviews. Cool. I actually don't usually pay attention to reviews, but cool. So Boscoyo. So here's the thing about Boscoyo. And Gene and I went to Trans World Expo. And that's kind of a weird name, but it does. That's fine. But it's Haunters. It is at the time it was Haunters, Christmas Folk, and it was escape rooms. Yeah, escape rooms. And they've since added somebody else. Oh, they've added like axe throwing and stuff to it now. But it's just a hodgepodge of different genres all in one gigantic convention. For those that have ever been to St. Louis and you've been to a professional football game in their dome when they still had a team, that entire football stadium is what it takes to house this. It's so huge. They had a guy there. I forget the guy's name. Cool guy. And he had a gigantic, I'm going to say 9 feet. It's probably 7 feet guitar, humongous, oversized guitar. Had all his pixel lights in there. He gave us instructions on how you make the pixel light, how you get the pixels in there, and you keep them powered, and you walk around with it. I'm like, this is awesome. This is what I've been waiting for. I like talking to folks, but I don't like talking to folks and back in the lineup. So I'll go out there every now and then. I'll pass out candy canes to the people on the show that are watching the show or something. Ornaments. A lot of times it's ornaments. But if we have a line, like one year, it's a 45-minute line to get in front of my house. I'm going to be honest. I have a neat show. I like my show. I do not have a 45-minute line show. No, thank you. So anyway, we made some changes. And last year, I think we did it pretty good where we got the line down to about 20 minutes every weekend. But anyway, I thought it'd be neat to have this 9 foot, 7 foot, whatever guitar, oversized cowboy hat with some pixels on it and just walking up and down, talking to folks. I thought it'd be neat. So I got a hold of Boscoyo and I said, here's what I want. Here's the guy's name. Here's what you made for him. I want the exact same thing, please. And about 3 months later, they said, hey, it's our busiest time of the year. We can't make this now. I'm like, well, it wasn't the busiest time of the year 3 months ago when I emailed you. So, and I've tried again this year. I'm like, I'm going to send them one this year because it's, what is it, August right now? I sent them one a few months ago, I think in May. So I'm going to send them one email. If they answer, cool, let's do this. If they don't, I'm washing my hands. They didn't respond, and that's fine. There's more than one folks out there who make them, but Boscoyo to kind of talk about what you're talking about. Yeah, I had the exact same problem with them. So here's my 2 thoughts on that. Either A, and I don't know, but maybe A, they're such a small company that they're overwhelmed with orders that they have to just crank out their main products over and over. Because I have a lot of the products. I have Snowflakes. I have their Tune 2 sign. I have a lot of the products. So I'm guessing either that or B, maybe I don't know. It kind of comes across as they just don't care. And to me, and that's exactly how, to be honest with you, how the email came across is, hey, we're too busy for your little request. Then why even take the time to answer? If you're kind of going to be rude and put me off on it, that's fine. Whatever. That's been my experience with Boscoyo. I know that I've met several of them in person at the convention. Everyone I met was awesome and fun and nice. So I don't know where the lost in translation event happens there, but that's my honest firsthand opinion with Boscoyo. And it sounds, Rob, like you have had the same problem. Rob, have you had the same problem? Rob says yes. So, fun fact: Bushmills is home to the world's oldest licensed whiskey distillery with official records. It's very cool. And I know a lot of people will use Bushmills in the whiskey industry. A lot of people, you can buy a whiskey and add even an ounce of water. I think illegally it has to be 1 ounce, which is a weird legal thing to do. 1 ounce of water to the barrel, and it is no longer the same distillate, or it's the same distillate. It's no longer the same recipe, so you can call it a different name. So a lot of companies will do that. What's another good company that does the same thing? Because I don't want to deal with them anyway, no more if they're not going to answer me. So the other company is, and I'm drawing a blank. I know David works with them a lot, and I was just talking about the company to him. What's the name of it? I'm going to get that name, Rob, and we'll talk about it next Monday. I'm going to write a note for that. Coro. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it. Pro Pixel Display is that, I think it's Pro Pixel Display. I'll have to get a hold of David and look at my old emails with David and find out what that is. I think it's Pro Pixel Display. Gilbert Engineering. Yes, Gilbert Engineering. Thank you. It's Gilbert Engineering, and they do a ton of work, not with David, but with Ron Howard from Extreme Sequences. Okay. Either that or just tell me when this court email me. So yeah, Gilbert Engineering is the answer to that. Thank you. Thank you for that, Carl. Appreciate you. Yeah, Gilbert Engineering. They do a ton of work. And for you, here's a fun fact. I know we're running a little long. I usually like to stop at an hour, but I'm gonna leave you with this last question. So for you Pixel folks out there, have any of you actually bought anything from Extreme Sequences? That's my entire plan. If I switch to Pixels, is to drop the $500, buy 18 songs from Ron. I bought one before during 2020s. I bought one he had made up to support. It was a charity thing. I forget who he was supporting. It was called "Stay Home, Stay Safe." Something. I'm like, yeah, it's for charity. I'll buy it. I don't have a Pixel display, but I'll buy it. So I did that and did a little video on it. But I just never let me. Nope. What was that? Have you thought about making your own? I have no idea. I know you can order Coro. You can order Coro off of Amazon and then making your own. I have thought. My dad, when he retired, my dad was what we call a body man, and he worked on cars. We call it body man for 35 years professionally and longer than that unprofessionally. But he had a laser cutter. And like, hey, you want to buy this? $1,000. What am I going to do with the laser cutter? Turns out like a $5,000 machine that I wish I had now because I can make stuff like that. I wasn't smart enough to buy it from him. Nothing from Ron, but yeah, bought from others. Very cool. Very cool. I do like that. So come back. Congratulations to Scott today. We're going to do this each and every Monday where I find something neat. For instance, I don't know if I order another one, but what I'm getting ready to do here later today, if I can reach it, is I have this LED address display. Brand new in box. I'm getting ready to do. So this is something a company hired me to do. Quintus, you guys are in. I've done a few things with them. Quintus, but this is a you put your address on it. It's LED and it's in your yard, lights up at night. I don't know. Kind of neat. So I'm gonna do a video on that. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I have so many things to give away. Oh, I know what I'm going to give away. I'll give that away next week. So we'll talk about that next week. Yeah, I see it right over there. Something very neat I'm going to give away. I'll take 2 seconds and I'll show you. So I forgot this company. Just did a video for them. Haven't released it yet, but they hired me to do their Amazon video. So this is a Bluetooth speaker that dances like it's a tiki torch. It's freaking neat. So I'll give that away next week. So yeah, gonna do something each and every Monday, and then the last Monday will just be just for Patreon. Don't forget to appreciate that about you, Pepsi. Appreciate it. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you, and make sure you hit the notification bell and you set it to all, because then you get notified when I do stuff. Thanks for the info. I keep getting phone calls, but my phone never rings when I'm not on a listen to a live. Yeah, good call. Good call. That's kind of how it works, isn't it? I love Ron's stuff, but I am still enjoying sequencing on my own too. So what I would do, my whole logic there, Carl, is for a first-time show for Pixels, I would buy that just so I would have a full and complete show. And then because I know you have to, when you buy their sequences or Ron's, you have to curtail it to your own house, of course, and to what your display is and what props you have. So that would be my whole thing. Is that Gene took the course from the X-Lights guys. I did not. So I'm more of a David learned Christmas lighting, and Gene is more of a pixel display guy or gal. Scott and Eddie, I think it is. There's 2 of the 5 main programmers were there. I forget who all they were. But yeah, appreciate you at Steven. Oh, I found a DIY plan for a Merry Christmas sign. If you want, very cool, very cool. So that's about it for me today, guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and please, just for entertainment purposes, somebody beat Scott next week. Somebody beat Scott next week. That guy cannot miss out, which some sort of weird streak. I think he's won like 5 of the last 9 or 6 of the last 12 or something like that. My goodness. So that's about it for me today. I will get out of your hair. Do I have anything cool and neat to play in the background as I go? Nope. Just, I didn't update the Patreon card. I'll do that a little later today. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks, everybody, for being a part of today's show, having a chit-chat, getting that camaraderie. Stephen Shelley, good to see you again. Carl, good to see you again. Pepsi, everybody. Thunderbird, I appreciate you guys. All of my Patreon members here today. Thunderbird, your Thunderbird's one. Thank you guys so much. Giatano, nice chatting with all of you. Janice, Gwen, everybody. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys next week. Stay safe, stay cool, stay out of that sun. I'm Charlie, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.